This episode is sponsored by Zenro Clothing Co. Pick up your tees and or accessories at zenroclothingco.com and be sure to use offer code SOCRATES at checkout for 20% off select items. Also, if you're not into spending the money, just check out the Zenro radio playlist. zenroclothingco.com, music for your everyday. This episode also sponsored by The Portian Bakery. If you're located in the Portian area of Scarborough, Toronto, be sure to check out The Portian Bakery, say what's up to Arville, and pick up a donut or two. Baked daily, crafted with love. This episode also sponsored by Podbean. Podbean is the podcasting platform of choice. It's the one that me and Vish use, and is great, you know, if you're looking to start that DIY podcast yourself. Definitely check out Podbean. Use the link podbean.com/SocraticGamers and gain 1 month of unlimited podcasting for free. Test it out, build that content. Anyone could podcast, right, Vish?
Yep.
Start a podcast and get your ideas out there. All right, enjoy the episode. Yeah, let's just jump into the Superman movie first before we go into like any other topics. I'm actually kind of curious about this one. I was considering watching it, but then you were like, it's okay. And then I saw this stuff online and I was like, is it worth it? I don't know. Like, in your opinion?
Well, I watched like some other interviews.
No. You
no,
went, well, and I'm like, all right.
It's too much like the jokey parts, like Marvel, which I don't like.
Okay.
Okay. Like the awkwardness. There's a couple of those, few of those that were like, I didn't find it funny, but I think of the general audience, it would work. And then
yeah,
the way that James Gunn, he did kind of say this in the interview where it's like, when he read a Superman comic book, it was like already the DC universe existed, and you're just in the middle of it. That's kind of how it felt. It did feel like a comic book movie, like comic book in a movie, like literally. I kept hearing that, and then now I understood what that really meant when you watch it.
But what about the Hulk movie? You remember that one? Where it's like that was also comic booky. Like, was it like that? Do you mean it's like they just put comic books in film, or?
No. Not like a panel. Like it.
Yeah. Remember that the Hulk when they were like trying to do that panel stuff, and you're like, it's kind of weird.
No, it wasn't like that. It was like, I don't know. Think of like the cartoons that we watched, and you know, like the goons that are there, like they're just goons to be that kind of character. Like,
I see. There's no like depth. It's like, it's just like, that's a bad guy.
Kind of like that. Yeah, it was like Lex Luthor, but Lex Luthor is cool, and like all these people are working for Lex. Like, makes sense in even in a TV like cartoon show, you'd see that, right? All these people working for Lex, you know what I mean? Like, they're just employees, but they
yeah.
But like that's there. Like, he's got a bunch of people working for him, and he's like a genius. Like all that is there, right? There are some like serious scenes that I did like, but then it like cuts with a bit of a joke, or like it. That's the stuff I didn't like.
I know what you mean. Oh, interesting. There was this comedian that I follow. He like did the Kendrick Lamar skits, and then he put something up about. I think he's trying to make fun of the Fantastic Four, though. Although that's not out, right? Fantastic Four's not out. Okay, so he was trying to make fun of the Marvel movies or superhero movies in general, and he's like, they'll like do something, and then they'll add like a joke. So it's like somebody will get burned to death, and they're like, guess he's cooked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that.
It's like,
yeah. It's like that.
It's like that.
It's something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's too bad. So,
but he's trying to build a world. That's what I feel like. I feel like some of these things will come back, and if they've made so many movies, like 10 years time, it's like, oh, this is cool. Like a throwback to this character or this thing. Oh, he already mentioned it here. Now it's coming back. I feel like that's sort of the stuff that will happen, but whereas like 10 years down the line.
Okay. He's like setting the stage. All right, that makes sense. You know, like when you said setting the stage of like, or like bring something back, me and Tara started watching Game of Thrones again because she heard it on like some reality TV show podcast or like talking about Game of Thrones. And then she's like, I remember it. Like, because we watched it, right? All of us in the apartment.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I don't remember it though. So we like put it on. And then from the first episode, every single major character was introduced in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jorah the Hound,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then in the second episode, she got the needle
Mm-hmm.
when she became the assassin. Like, it's crazy how as you like make it to the end, you're like, wait, everything was already shown in the beginning. She got the
Right.
dragon eggs from the very beginning. So
Yeah,
like that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
kind of saying. It's like they're trying to set the stage and then like go forward.
Yeah, I feel like
And then
that's
like,
yeah, because he just puts you in the world that's there's no like what do you call it? Like before we had all the Superman like the intro parts like coming as a kid. Like none of
yeah,
that
yeah,
like is
totally. Yeah.
shown. None of that is necessary because we
Oh,
know about Superman.
interesting.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
like you open up a comic book or like like how Superman number 1, number 2, like the numbering of a comic book. So you're like opening up
Yeah.
Superman 200 and like already like stuff has happened
Oh,
before and
damn.
you're like in the
Okay.
middle of it. Like things are happening. Like Lois already knows that he's Superman.
Nice. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's no
yeah.
need to talk about that again. Like we know about the Fortress of Solitude, that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
cool.
Yeah,
But I guess like at the same time, he's like, it's been done. You know,
that's
why am
why.
I gonna
Yeah, I
reinvent
think
the
at
wheel?
this point it's like I don't want to teach you again. Let me just throw you in the world. But it's just the
Yeah.
jokey parts is what I didn't really like it too much. I didn't come out of the movie where it's like remember Man of Steel, like coming out of that movie was like, oh, this was really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why. That's what I
Well,
was
I
asking
didn't,
you. And
I
then
didn't, I
you're,
didn't feel that going in after this
oh,
one. I didn't feel
really?
that.
Damn. And you love Superman too, so it's like that's interesting. You remember Batman versus Superman? Nobody liked it, but we liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a great
that
movie,
was
but
great.
like
Yeah.
it's not like this at all.
No,
Like,
but it's he really it's not a it's a different tone. It's not as dark, right? It is a colorful world, right? In that sense.
oh, color. Oh, because the trailer was misleading. Remember, they're like, "Oh, what do you think, Superman?"
Well, there are that's right. Then that's actually right, almost in the beginning of the movie. All those
Oh,
scenes that
wow.
we saw were right in the beginning of the movie. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So they weren't even trying to hide it, eh?
No, it
Oh,
was good. Those are there are particular it's like particular scenes I liked. There were some cool
yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
just the flow of other things that I didn't really like about it. Yeah.
Right. Oh, damn, that sucks. Hmm. Okay. So
But the
definitely not
message
worth
is still, I
watching.
mean, the message of Superman being good and all that stuff is, that's not, nothing's wrong about that. That's all correct. It's just the way it was. Again, I don't like the jokey parts. That was the Marvel thing. It just reminded me of Marvel. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. Did James Gunn come from Marvel?
He did, yeah.
He made like the Thor movie, right?
No, he did Guardians.
Guardians. Okay. Well, Guardians was good.
Guardians was good.
And
There was like other ones that were good. Suicide Squad,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that one I
That
did
was good.
like, but that was rated R. So maybe like these are things that he has to play with when it's ratings. So and it had to
Have
be
you?
successful. Like if this was not gonna be big, it's not gonna work out, then it's done, right?
Right, 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 right.
So playing a
Okay.
little bit safe, I feel like, and then trying to win the audience with this. I think he might win the audience in general. Yeah.
Okay, my prediction is this. Remember in the 90s when we had these crazy movies, not 90s, like early 2000s kind of, and we had these amazing movies that were just not even blockbusters. They were just really, really good.
Hmm.
So like, remember Lucky Number 11?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or like something like that. And then was it Matt Damon who said like because they need a return on their investment, that's why everything's going safe now. Whereas
Hmm.
before, like before it's like you could make the money back with like VHS sales, so you could like afford to try things,
Right.
right? So I wonder if we're watching the downfall of like mainstream movies because all the Marvel movies sucked like recently,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
like now this one you're like you know, but I'm really impressed with AI. I've been seeing some crazy trailers through like AI,
Hmm.
like Google VO3. Like there's this like Pokemon channel, this Instagram thing where they do like the battle tower, but it looks so sick because it's like they make it like edgy and it's written by people that actually like
Right.
that like thing. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like not trying to make money off it. They're trying to appeal to the people who really are fans of that thing.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Like the niche
You know what
audience.
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you're cut out.
Oh, I got out.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
My back.
Get back.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So the niche audience, totally, totally.
Yeah.
So like, I wonder if that think my mic is acting up. How about now?
Oh, you're back. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool, cool. So I think that that is the future of where we're gonna go because access to creativity is so prevalent now that
Mm.
I think you're gonna start to see like as it gets more and more effective or like efficient at creating things faster. Like
Hmm.
I wonder if you're just gonna see like these niche directors come out, but they're not really directors, they're just like prompt artists.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I
What do you
think.
think? Like a full movie, you know? Like I feel like episodes will come out or even like 20-minute episodes fully
Yeah.
AI generated.
I think
I
that
think it would be
there's.
sick.
I think that makes sense actually. Yeah. I think that it's always the range, right? Yeah. We got these big blockbuster ones. There's so much money to make those. Now
Yeah.
it's like the whole idea, as I think what you were saying with Matt Damon, is because they can make money back from the VHS. Is because they can. There's two revenue ways, right? So it's just making it
Yeah, yeah.
cheaper, but also you can try all different things because it's cheaper to make
Yeah.
through
Right, right,
AI.
right. And if it's like
Yeah.
if it's not that good, you're like, oh, okay, whatever. It didn't cost me too much. It just cost me like time,
Yeah.
you know? Um, okay. You know what's really fascinating? Do you remember how much each Game of Thrones actor made during
Uh,
their thing? Because like we were like, how come they don't act anymore? And then Tara's like, are they just set for life? And I was like, I think so, but I don't know. So we Googled like how much they made for the first episode to the end. So like in the first episode of Game of Thrones, how much were was each actor making? Should give it a guess, or unless you fully
I
remember.
don't remember from the beginning. No, I don't remember.
So like a guess, I guess
But probably by the end, a
per
million an
episode.
episode, or maybe more.
Yeah, they are that, yeah, like 1.5 million per episode,
Yeah.
and they're like 12 per season. But what about in the very beginning?
Probably because they're not well known. I don't know, 100,000.
Yeah, I would have thought that too, bro. I was like 35 maybe per episode
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's still a lot of money, right?
Sure.
500,000 per episode minimum, each one of them. Bro, what? And then we were like, wait, why do you pay artists the most in society?
Mm-hmm.
Think about every single person, like return on your investment, right? So like Elon Musk, right? You have this full company, you're making like $1 billion, whatever, right? But actually, that's not even fair because like a billion is quite a lot. But he's working like all the time, right? Actors will work for like 3 months and then they'll get like that lump sum. The famous actors, right? Like
Sure.
them, you know, they're not filming all day every day for Game of Thrones. They'll film for like I don't know 6 months or something,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know. But it's per episode, so
Mm-hmm.
like how much is that for your 6 months? You know what I'm saying? So like let's say 12 episodes, you made $6 million,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
like, why do you pay them so much? The question,
It's just how it works in the maths, I guess.
right? I don't know any other industry that gets paid that much,
Sure. Yeah.
right? For the amount of work
For an
relative
amount of work.
to,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? Like I'm sure, like yeah, if you own your own business, sure, multi-million dollars, but like you're working all the time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
These people are working for like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, it's because you're selling advertising. And then Tara's like, but there's no advertising on Game of Thrones. And I was like, oh, it's true, like commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where it was before. Like you'd pay these people because like commercials, and you'd want like the best movies because you'd sell
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
commercials
Sure.
doing the thing, right? And then I was like, well, product placement. She's like, it's set in the old time. And I was like, yeah, that's true, actually. I don't know. And then it's like, but why? Why do we pay these people so much money? It just makes no sense. I guess we like care so much about entertainment.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, of course. Or else we
Okay,
wouldn't be
okay,
they wouldn't be giving that much money.
right. But now you take AI like VO3, and then I watched the Pokemon like Instagram channel. I'm like, dude, this was so sick. None of those people were actors,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or like the ones like, what have you learned? Or my favorite one, the Yeti vlogs. They're so funny, but it's like he's not an actor.
Mm-hmm.
So like, where's that money go? And I think that that's where we're seeing like the sea change. It's like we're just gonna see like zero actors anymore. I mean, you might see like one, like, but I think we're at the tail end. Like I think with the level of Netflix, like the comparable to Netflix, right? We always had to wait like, oh, this month there's like 3 movies coming out. Oh, we're all gonna watch the movie.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
have Netflix. Like I don't even need to go to the movies, bro. Like Netflix is always dropping stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, cool. But now independent artists are dropping stuff, and you're like, oh, screw Netflix, bro. I'm just gonna watch the Instagram feed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like YouTube channel of just straight,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's what they even said about who their competition was. When
Oh, what do you mean?
I don't remember if it was Netflix or somebody else, but their competition is not like other like movie theaters or something like that. Their competition was YouTube,
Yeah,
TikTok,
right. Yeah.
Instagram. Like these are
Yes.
that's who they're competing with, actually, for
Yeah.
your screen time.
Yeah. Totally. Totally. Screen time for sure. Like thinking about how much I watch podcasts, like they are like, thank God I can watch them at like 2 times speed now, because like they're long
Mm.
now. You know, like I'm watching Jesse Michaels, like it's easily an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Um, there's like Danny Jones podcast. There's so many podcasts I listen to, but they're like 3 hours. You're like, bro, how am I going to do this? But then 2 times speed, your
It's
brain
half
gets
that.
accustomed to that speed. And
Sure.
it's half that, right? So it's like a movie is an hour and a half.
Hmm.
This is a 3 hour podcast, bro. Like your screen time is like competing with YouTube.
Yeah. That's why
Like
they're also
like
doing it
it,
even for Netflix. Like you can do the change of the time as well, how fast you can watch it.
yeah, it's totally yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm watching Hunter x Hunter right now. I'm almost done it. I'm a little sad you can't go 2 times speed, but the
Mm.
fastest you can go is 1.5, and that's still good enough. And I'm like cruising through the series, you know.
Hmm.
And it's like, well, it's because they talk so slow, but like the level of consumption now is like insane,
Yeah.
especially when you can speed things up, you know. And it's like we consume stuff at such a fast rate now that it's like you can't keep up unless you have AI. Like
Hmm.
now we gotta wait for like Idris Elba to make 5 more. I saw is like We Are Almost Cops or something, like the thing on Netflix or something.
Hmm.
And it's like I didn't watch it, but I'm just like, if you want to see Idris Elba, you have to like wait, 5 months for another movie, or like, you know what I mean? Because they're not like always
Sure.
dropping, but it's like generative AI. You're just like, hey, do you want a new episode? Bam.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, is that the future? Is that where we're headed?
Maybe, yeah. If these things, the point is, I don't think they want people to wait so long. If we can always cut
Yeah.
down on time of when we can release the next thing and make it cheaper, yeah, that's always beneficial for us.
Like you need editors still. You need like the actor to not mess up.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like how many takes
Yeah.
did you do? Right?
Hmm.
So you're just like, I just see the shift. There's a lot of shifts that I see happening
Hmm.
like in like rapid speed. One of them is like that one, obviously, like that's a huge detriment to like the entertainment industry, because you can get crazier scenes than what you can film if you just use like generative AI.
Hmm.
You know, like F1, that's a joke. You know what I mean? Like, all right, yeah, we'll just create
Hmm.
like a generate, like you're in the passenger seat now. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
But another one that's so crazy is like algorithms. So
Hmm.
the TMZ thing dropped. Anything else about Superman before I move on? Because now we're talking about algorithms.
No. That's all. Yeah. Well, they do
Okay,
all that.
okay. So,
They talk about all that stuff too in Superman. So a little bit.
wait. I had a question about Superman. Is it actually? They're like, oh, Superman's too woke.
I think he was always been woke. I don't know what that means by too
No,
woke.
but they're like, everyone's like, oh, he didn't say the American dream or like the American way.
I don't know if that was. I think that was changed a while back too, though. Like to a better tomorrow or something like
Oh,
that.
okay. And then people were like, oh, you think Superman's woke, but you're really just the bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Like, what's the storyline? What is it?
No. I mean,
Why'd
like,
they say that?
oh, why'd they say which one? Like, you mean
Yeah,
why?
what's the storyline? Like, why did they say like he's too woke? Is Lex Luthor trying to?
Oh, I think that they're saying it's too woke is because of the immigration stuff, things like that, most
Wait, what?
likely.
Wait, what immigration stuff? I don't know
Um,
this. I didn't watch the movie, so like, what's the?
no, he's just trying to stop a war, from happening for innocent people to die, right? Things like that,
Okay, I know.
and the ones that were I think somebody that helped him was like not of white descent, right? That helped him in the city or the streets or something.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
think I think it's just that kind of reaction to that kind of thing. But the whole idea is also that Superman's an immigrant too, right?
Right. Okay. Okay. Interesting. You so like you're saying, but do you think they blew it up out of proportion, the whole wokeness of Superman, or is it like
No, I didn't
valid?
find anything like odd about
Too
it.
woke?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Headlines, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay. So algorithms wait, was there any like AI stuff in Superman? It was just straight up just a war. That's all they were talking about.
There was a war. There was like the misinformation against Superman in the movie with all these monkey bots creating all these
Oh,
fake,
bots.
yeah, monkeys like creating all these fake, like monkey bots creating all these fake stuff against Superman over the internet in the movie. So like they were trying to show, like, the Russian bots trying to
Oh
show
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. So they're inputting
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Oh, perfect, perfect segue into AI algorithms. I I really think that aside from like generative AI being the thing that um changes the game, I think a new one that's because everyone's like, oh, fake information through like, you know what I mean? Like, um, I saw this one of Khabib and I was like, oh, it's really good. So, and I thought it was real at first.
Mm-hmm.
So like, he announced his comeback over like Instagram Live, and I'm like, wait, is that real? And then I clicked on the comments, like, oh, it's AI, it's AI, it's AI. Because I'm like, I knew that he said he wasn't gonna do it,
Right.
but I've heard this before, where it's like they're starting to take like celebrity faces and like make them say things, and
Mm-hmm.
it looks it was crazy. And then like when they said AI, I was like really scanning the thing. I'm like, okay, his mouth's moving a little awkward. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's not real. You know what I mean? But like when is it before it's like not like
Right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
indistinguishable? You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
So aside from like that craziness of AI art, I think algorithms are the most insane thing, and that's how you control the world. If you control information, you control people. You
Mm-hmm.
control people, you control the world, right? So with TMZ, they released a YouTube video, like 45 minutes, basically a compilation of what's been going on in the UFO space with like
Mm-hmm.
all these government officials, whatever, whatever. I dropped it in my cousin's chat, and then I was like, um, tell me I'm wrong now, guys. And I tagged like friends and like Arvel, my sister, one of my other cousins, Dale. And then like I was, because they were kind of giving me a hard time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, UFOs aren't real, bro. I'm like, government officials, bro, come on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Arvel responds with, it's not in my algorithm. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And then I gave this like little rant about how it's weird that all the things that are affecting like our life on such a deep level, which is like World War III, recession, UFOs, um, the racist stuff, like the
Mm-hmm.
deportation, like people don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't
Yeah.
see it, it's like it's not real. And I'm just like, oh, that's how you control people, right there. Like the fact that that didn't make it to your feed is like, crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody's seeing this. You know what I mean? And then the I won't name who the person was, but they had like a gathering yesterday, and where they were talking about ChatGPT,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this one person was like, "Oh, I love ChatGPT. It's great, right?" And I before was like a hater of ChatGPT myself, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
they gave all the same arguments, and this person who was like pro ChatGPT never heard these arguments before. Like, oh, it's affecting the climate, it's taking away jobs, it's gonna make us dumber, right? And then the
Mm-hmm.
person who used ChatGPT was like, "Do you guys use ChatGPT?" And they're like, "No." So I'm like, "Okay, you created this whole argument thing, and you don't even use it." But again, I was like, I was the same. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Right? I was like, and then I found music, and I'm like, "Oh, music's amazing, bro!" Like,
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT, give
Mm-hmm.
me more music, right? So it's like how much of that programming was just me parroting stuff I had already heard from other people, when in reality I hadn't tested the program yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
And it's like this is what we all are now. We're all just like algorithms. Like our
Mm-hmm.
outlook is our algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's crazy though, because it's like, oh, I just control you through like, because I was listening to this podcast about like China controlling people's minds, and I'm like, what do you mean, bro? And then when they hadn't heard the UFO thing, I'm like, oh, that's how they're doing it. They just don't feed you the information. You don't know about it. Like you can literally live in a world of just like I'm watching cats all day,
Sure.
like
Yeah.
cats playing with stuff, and you're like, oh my god, it's amazing. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, why are these prices so high? I don't even know, bro. It's cats.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then like I'm like, why are these prices so high? And then I'm being fed like prices are high because of recession. Prices are high because of gas prices, pending war. You know what I mean? But they're not seeing that. So it's just like they're just living this dream world of like, I'm just going through the motions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How no, how crazy is that though? That's actually so crazy, bro. Because then it's like, oh, we just manipulated you through your AI
Yeah, or
algorithm.
it's your own algorithm, right? So it's just adjusting to what you like. So it's only going to give you those sort of things, or
Yeah, right.
what affects you,
You're
or like the things that would make you to keep scrolling. That's what that
yeah,
is.
right. And
Yeah.
you're in the matrix now. You're
Mm-hmm.
trapped in the matrix because you don't see anything outside of that thing.
Right.
You know, because then and then the contrary, it's like, oh, you're just looking at like fear all day,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I'm not. I'm just like trying to look at the things that are super important to our reality. You know, like imagine if like those cat scrolling people are just like, oh my God, a war broke out, like World War III, I'm being drafted. Like what? It's like, no, dude, you didn't see this coming.
Well, yeah, that's not in their algorithm, right? It's
But
it
but it's like it's crazy, and then you're gonna be like shell shocked. You're like, what? I have to go to war? What?
right, yeah, but that's the issue with the algorithm, right? So if that was in their feed, I don't think those are the things that they'll be flipping through in general,
Yeah, no, no, totally, totally, totally.
right?
But I'm
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like, it's not fear based by looking at these things. It's just staying like ahead of it, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Like for example, like it just like that's why you have options, bro. So like I keep pushing my parents to get me like my dual citizenship, and then people are like, why you want dual citizenship? Canada's amazing. Canada is amazing, but you gotta have options. Like if I start to see things moving in the weirdest direction, I'm like, maybe we should think about going somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a CIA guy, Everyday Spy, and he was talking about leaving the USA. The
Mm-hmm.
reason why is he believes so much in the US that he wants his kids to live in parts of the world that aren't governed by the US so that when they come back, they'll realize, oh my God, we have amazing stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like, yeah, that's true, but also he's preparing because he's like, I'm seeing the downfall here and I need to leave, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Or I was listening to this like this lady who's like from China. I'm so afraid of just saying China on the podcast now because like listening to her talk about how much they monitor this stuff, I'm like, dude, that's crazy, bro.
Sure.
Anyways, so she was saying that when the party, the CCP was falling or something like that, like whatever turmoil they had in the 1990s, and then people were fleeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like her family fled China because they saw what was happening with like the communist government, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's like, your parents had to stay informed about that thing. If you're not staying informed, like, how do you know you're not just gonna wake up and be like, why am I being detained?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's important to pay attention
Mm-hmm.
to things that could really affect your life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's good to live in bliss. I don't know, like counter argument to that,
No, no, I don't disagree with you on that. I
right?
agree with you
And
on
it's
that.
just like
Sure. Yeah.
I when I'm like, guys, you haven't heard of this? Like that's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's just like it's like there's no foresight planning, and you're just like, oh, you could be
Yeah,
like something could
I would say
seem
that
really good.
the no, no, I agree with you. I would say the issue is the algorithm. The issue is the algorithm. If people were only watching the news, like the TV channel news, you're getting
Yeah,
like different information on what's happening around the world. That's how
yeah,
people were informed before. But now it's just algorithm based. So it's whatever the company's designing the algorithm is, they're only doing that to keep you scrolling,
yeah.
right? To
Like
see.
to not
So
be informed.
exactly. So do we go back to the news way?
I don't know. Like or just like figure out some way to pay attention to all the things. Like I'm
But
not
then
too
that
sure.
sure, but that would be it. Then is that regulating how algorithms work?
Or like detach from the algorithm and like watch a YouTube video on global like what DW News, something like that. You know what I mean? Like try and
Yeah, but
like
that's being informed to be able to do that, right? So if your only um, algorithm is whatever, that's what you're scrolling on, right? I think that would be more like regulating the algorithm to make sure that you do get these kinds of content to get to be informed. That's how you protect the citizens.
for sure, for sure. But I wonder if there's like an onus on the person.
Yeah,
So
that comes
like
from knowing
even
though, right? So
no, no,
that's
no, but
being taught or understanding critical thinking.
for sure. No, 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 but knowing, no, there's knowing and rejecting.
Hmm.
I'm telling you that these things are affecting, they are going to affect our future.
Hmm.
But rejecting it is being like, ah, he's crazy. And you're like, what? These are super important, real things nobody's paying attention to. And it's just like, that to me is like, it almost feels like that's one of the tenets of growing up.
Hmm.
Like look at the path forward. You know what I'm saying? Because like when we were kids, it didn't really matter. You're just like there's so many memes about this, about like the best one I saw was there was a guy who was he was taking the bus at 5 a.m.
Hmm.
and like he's like, yeah, I hate my job, whatever. And then he was like, um, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to take the bus to work and get paid minimum wage, to slave all day and mess with my bills, all because I thought it was cool to be funny in high school. And I'm
Hmm.
like, damn, okay. You know what I mean? Like it's like I feel like that's a part of the growing up process where it's like now you need to take accountability for your actions and future thoughts or future ramifications of your actions.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like when you're a kid, it doesn't really matter. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna play outside, play all day, whatever, whatever. But then it's like, okay, well, what does this get you to this next point? Like in 10 years down the line or 5 years down the line, what's this gonna look like?
Yeah, that comes with critical thinking to be able to understand exactly what you're doing. Yeah.
But I think that's a part of growing up though. Like I think that if you don't do that, like my own situation. So when I was in university studying marketing, I like remember I just dedicated all my time to martial arts,
Hmm.
right? If I had done that solely on martial arts, but like I was dedicating my life to martial arts, but then at the same time I was doing marketing things on the side. I was like helping other people with marketing. I was like doing the marketing for the dojo, right? And it's like because I knew if this fell, if the martial arts fell, I'd have a fallback
Hmm.
of like I could still apply for a job. I'm still crafting skills on
Yeah,
top
yeah,
of
yeah.
those things, right?
Right.
But it's like if I'm just solely focused on the martial arts and then it's like you come to a realization, which I did, which is it's a niche hobby.
Hmm.
Not everyone is into the martial arts, right? Then you're trapped. You'll
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
zero experience
Hmm.
going into the real world outside of, yeah, I could teach a bunch of martial arts.
Hmm.
Like, how's that life applicable? But like, that's what I'm saying. It's like I saw the steps. Like I was playing chess with my own life. It's like, okay, well, if I move here, I could try this. But then like, what would this do?
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people are just like bolting forward and they're just like, you're not looking around, bro.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or like bad, just that's just bad decision making in general.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like so many people make these like critical life choices and it's like, ooh, there's no escape from that one.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah.
Right? And you like look around now and you're like, oh, a lot of people are like trapped. You're like, how'd you get trapped? Oh, it's because 5 years ago you did this.
Hmm.
10 years ago you did this. You didn't think about the future consequences of your decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the same thing about like looking at like world news. It's like when you're in school, it's like a defined path.
Hmm.
Just finish the project, get the A, get the A. But then when you're in the real world, it's like there is no project, bro. There is no A.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like, can I gather the information and then strategically maneuver my life in a specific direction?
Hmm.
But like, who's if you haven't picked that up, it's like you didn't grow up because I feel like that's such a critical part of growing up.
Right.
Or else you're just like at the whim of being like, well, what do I do next? And you're like, I don't know, bro. I'm focusing on my life. Like, I'm doing this thing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. 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 True.
you want me to tell you to do everything?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
No, I
Or is that
agree.
like
Yeah.
too
People.
harsh? Maybe it's like,
No, I think yeah, you have to be able to plan ahead. You know, to be able. That's the whole idea. That's if you're just following through whatever someone else is making the decision for you, then you're not gonna be able to make changes if something happens.
yeah. No, right? Yeah. For real, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even understand like the landscape of. I'm gonna drop a huge bombshell. If you listen to this, great for you because then you're gonna like learn from this. What is the point of an immigrant person coming to Canada? I did not know this until like maybe a few years ago when
Hmm.
I asked, like, what is the point? Like, why do you come to Canada? Like, both of our parents are immigrants. Like, why'd you come to Canada?
Better life, better opportunity.
Probably better life, better opportunity. But then what? Like, what are they gonna do with that better life, better opportunity? Like, do you have any family members sending money back to India?
Do I have family members sending money back?
Yeah,
Uh, yeah,
you do, right?
yeah.
Like, trying to like do something there, like build something there, or like, or are they set up here? Like, is the objective to build a life here, or is your objective to like send money back?
To build a life here.
Okay, okay, interesting. That'll be your perspective. What I found out is that a lot of maybe there's just Filipino people, because you're like, why do they all work at like Tim Hortons and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, what, why? And then the trick is you send money back to build something in the Philippines so you can return to the Philippines and live off of like what we would consider low money, but there it's like you're basically a millionaire for the rest of your life. Like $1,000 a month to us is like, what's that, bro?
To an individual, sure. I understand
Okay,
what
yeah.
that means, but I think like if you have kids here, I don't think that that's necessarily the case.
No, no, bro. No. This is the mentality of it. Fend for yourself. I brought you to Canada to fend for yourself. I'm going back there.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. No, no, no. What I'm saying was the kids, your generation is going to start from here now. You're continuing here, right?
Right. Right. But did they know that it was fend for yourself, bro? I'm going back there.
Uh, Maybe not. Not necessarily
That's a,
everybody. Yeah.
no, they don't. So we as first generation kids, I mean, like some of us are, because I know some first generation kids that are like stuck, like their family member, their like parents can't go back to the not the Philippines, like where they're from,
Sure.
um, and like because there's like nothing there, like they literally came from poverty, so like it's just better here, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like, um, specifically, I know somebody who's like first generation from China, and they're just like, we're not trying to go back to China, bro. I was like, because China's crazy right now. Sorry, China, please don't mess with me. I know you guys are totally watching everything, bro. The Chinese spy thing, this podcast, like freaked me out, bro. Anyways, so like with that, it's crazy to think that it's like we were like, yeah, but you grow up, you guys stay here. I don't need to fend for myself. And then that's when it's like you don't need to play that chess game with the future,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like I was already kind of playing that because I'm like, I guess that's kind of what we have to do. Like where are you gonna be? Like I didn't to be fair, I didn't really think that far ahead. I was just like thinking maybe like 3 years ahead, you know? I'm not thinking crazy far ahead. Maybe like 3 years, right? That's why I was like, oh, if martial arts fails, I have this backup, you know? But like with that whole like fend for yourself thing, it's like if you haven't built that critical skill of looking ahead, how did they fend for themselves? You come to this country, you know
Mm-hmm.
nothing about the country. You have children in the country. You're like, you're in the system. You should probably figure it out. You
Right.
know what I mean? They can't even guide you.
Mm-hmm.
Like my
Sure.
parents cannot even guide me what to do in Canada. They just landed like at like 30.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, my mom was like 20 something, I think, something like that. But you know what I mean? It's like there's nobody guiding her. Like, what is a 401k savings plan? What is a putting money aside for a down payment of home? What is a,
Sure.
they had to like learn these things,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and then like when you talk about, I think that this is the thing about like intergenerational wealth. It's like your family has been here more than like immigrant families, so they understand the system,
Mm-hmm.
like tax, even, like, oh, I didn't know I had to put away like 40% for my tax, if I'm like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like all these little things that they had no idea about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm like, bro, we need to build critical thinking skills of looking ahead. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I agree with that. Of course, we have to build critical thinking skills.
But like the fend for yourself thing, like I never thought of it because like okay, like a lot of my family members, they don't have like crazy like good jobs. I mean, like it's okay, but like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's not like they're not like a bunch of doctors. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And but like whenever we visit the Philippines, like look at my mansion. I'm like, damn, bro, you
Mm-hmm.
did all this with like your regular job, you know?
Right.
And then I'm like, what are you gonna leave this here? Like you live in Canada, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it clicked to me. Oh no, you built this for you when you plan to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
like
Right.
I've had family. I think it's like the time has now passed. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid, I like grew up with all my aunts and uncles, right? And they're like, oh, you guys are gonna stay here forever. We're all gonna live here forever. You know, I was like Canada, whatever. And then like now I'm hitting an older age, and they're super old, and they're all just heading back. And I'm like, why are you guys heading back? But
Mm-hmm.
then when I visit, I'm like, you have these crazy big mansions, and I'm like, oh, that's why you're heading back. You know, I didn't see the full circle of it all.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, is this global economics? Is this global like like is this the hustle?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, of course. For some
You know what
people.
I mean?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But like, but how many other people like you see Chinese investors like they come here, they buy a bunch of houses, and then they move back to China, or
Mm-hmm.
like I don't think that they're trying to like I feel like it's a shell game. Like everything is a shell game right now. Like if you look at things globally, like if you're just Canadian and you just like were born in a small town, your family's from that small town, you know what I mean? I went to that high school, my cousin went to that high school, my aunt went to that high school. You know what I mean? It's like that small town vibe. Like I get it, you're not thinking at a global scale. But
Mm-hmm.
like being immigrant kids, like kids from immigrants, you're kind of more privy to like how the global society works, and you're like, what is going on with the world? You know, what
Mm-hmm.
are these investments I'm seeing? Like, why is everything Korean right now? Bubble
Right.
tea is everywhere. How did that
Yeah.
happen?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you're not paying attention to that, like if you're not reading the tea leaves, like what are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that like too like you know what I mean? It's like, oh dude, you're like it's like when with martial arts, it's like, dude, it doesn't really have to work. You know, you're like, well then why are we training? You know what? The
Right.
hell?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it like one of those moments where I'm like going too deep in the pond?
No, I don't think so. I think you can see it. Yeah. I think if, as you said, more bubble tea places. There's a new Chinese. Is it Chinese? I don't know if it's maybe it's Chinese, like some fast food kind of restaurant just opened up here. So it's like, yeah.
You're like, why? Like, why did this happen? Why is it always shifting this direction? Oh, because like China is starting to become a global superpower in terms of economics. You know that China has been an empire or like civilized or whatever it's called, like a dominant force in the world for 5,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was listening again, the Chinese podcast freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, you guys are playing the long game. You know when they say like China's playing the long game?
Right.
They've been around for 5,000 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Right.
how long has America been around?
They're just 250 years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like 5,000 years of strategic understanding. That's crazy to me. I'm like watching them slowly infiltrate. So like what they're saying, a different podcast, but what they're saying is that the difference between America and China is that China will leave you alone. It just wants to do business with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, we can rule through economics. You keep whatever ideology you want. You don't have to be communist, whatever, right? Whereas America's like, I'm going to go in, I'm going to destroy your country,
But
and then I'm going to
even the
make you.
communism thing is just a recent thing. They weren't always communist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not
I
5,000
didn't
years
know.
of communism.
Oh, okay, I didn't
They had
explain. I didn't know
monarchs.
that. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not 5,000 years of communism. That was like the recent time. That's what the how the Mao got into power.
Oh, interesting. Okay, okay, okay.
Right.
So like this
That's
thing that we're
within like
fearing.
that's within the 100 years or something.
Okay, so Right, right. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So like this thing we're fearing is like relatively new, just like democracy.
Yeah, and they make
It's
mistakes too. Like the same with the one child policy. It was a
like, oh,
mistake.
don't do that again. Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Right, right,
right.
right, right, right. So like, so like speaking about that, like with the American ideology, it's they'll go in, they'll destroy. Oh, I'm listening to a CIA dude talk Everyday Spy. He broke this down, and I was like, oh my God, that's so true. But he's so pro-American. He's just like, I'm just gonna tell you how it is, but like, I'm still pro-American till the day I die. You were
Hmm.
sworn to the CIA. I totally get it. You chose sides. But what he's saying is like, America will go in, destroy like Iraq, let's say,
Hmm.
and they'll try and bring in democracy. But it's like, but
Sure.
that place has been there for like thousands of years and running not off democracy.
Hmm.
It's like, are you sure your new governance system is the correct way to move just because you believe it's the correct way to move?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like, you ever hear of like melting pot? Remember when we were kids,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
melting pot and mosaic? Canada's a mosaic because we celebrate all cultures. America's a melting pot because like everyone has to assimilate, right?
Hmm.
It's like, oh, it's kind of weird, but it's like that's kind of what they do. They
Hmm.
literally just go in, destroy everything, and they're just like democracy now, and you're like, what?
Hmm.
And that's why I was saying to you during the week, that like they're questioning like is democracy actually the best approach because it's only been here for like what'd you say 200 years something like that.
Well, it depends on how you want to take a look at democracy. You can talk
Okay,
back
go.
all the way to Athens, Greece time. There's some remnants of it then.
Both Greece and Rome fell.
Hmm.
America's in the midst of falling,
Right. But the
so
Italy
but
still
they're all
exists,
democratic,
right?
but it's not a world player. It's tiny, like
Yeah,
it
maybe
doesn't.
now, yeah. Before
No,
when they were
one thing that they were
colonizing.
but that was not like the uh Portuguese
Yeah, it's
and the
Portuguese, it's
Europeans.
Spain, it's France,
Yeah, right. So it's not
some of
like
those
just
places.
Italy,
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. It's European countries. Yeah.
European countries. And what the CIA dude was saying, Everyday Spy, Andrew Bustamante, he was saying that if you go to Europe now, it's like everyone's in shambles. Like people are like sad, you know. I have a dude that I know that lives in Europe, and he's just like, "Oh, it sucks, bro." And I'm
Mm.
like, "Yeah, but because it's like you like like there's not much mobility. You're kind of just like working and like doing the same thing, and like you don't even hear about it in the news as like a superpower that's building. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
It's
only
just
America
like
as a superpower.
it's just America, right?
Yeah.
And but America is built off that ideology of democracy, and it's like, is democracy the correct way? If you go back to other podcasts, and I was like, this is gonna sound crazy, but totalitarian governments sound like they're as long as you have a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
benevolent
Yourself.
leader,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Because it's like I can't trust you to make a decision, bro. Like
Right, right, right.
democratically, if we're speaking about democracy, it's all just a popularity contest. If I can convince you, because if it wasn't, Bernie Sanders would be in, bro. We're all
Yeah,
like,
no,
dude, this
you're
guy
right.
makes the
Yeah,
most
no,
sense, bro.
right,
We're
right,
like,
right. And then like that's why I mean, they made the term limits. So like, if someone's gonna make bad decisions, making it for like 4 or 8 years.
yeah,
But then if there's a bad um, tyrant or a totalitarian leader, it's for like hundreds of years or 100 years.
yeah, it's right, right, and
Right.
that is like you got to still figure that part out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's where we're trying to figure that out. But like the thing that I keep
That's like
hearing
that's
is like,
like the China thing in a way, um, with the one child policy. They're dealing with that ramifications still now.
I mean, yeah, that sucks. We got to
Right.
figure that out. I'm just saying that like
But like
I feel
that's what I'm saying. Like there are drawbacks to democracy, sure, but like that's why these you can take them out, kind of thing, right?
yeah, yeah, totally, totally, totally,
Change the
totally.
government or whatever, right? So where that happens not as often within totalitarian regime.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Every time I think about like totalitarian, we won't even call it totalitarian. That sounds so negative. Let's call it like, like ruling.
A
What was it?
monarch.
Monarchs? Sure, monarchs. Right. Like you had like the British, which is like a terrible example, and like the French, they killed the monarchs, right? But the best example I've ever heard historically is Peru. the
Mm-hmm.
Machu Picchu people, because that ruler had double the amount of food for every single person. So
Mm-hmm.
they just thrived. That's why Machu Picchu became like a whole spiritual epicenter,
Right.
because they just like lived equally. Everybody knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a benevolent leader,
Right.
right? Because people go up there like, oh my God, how'd you build this thing? It's like, how do you think they build it, bro? Through like collaboration, understanding, belief in like to be a leader in that kind of society wasn't like, I'm just gonna vote you in. You had to like do things.
Yeah.
Or they're like, there's initiation rites.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in indigenous cultures, right? It's not just like I pick you because you're popular, you know?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
demonstrated something to be worthy of
Sure.
becoming a leader.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even Khal Drogo in like Game of Thrones, right? He's like won the most battles. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
You're like we're a warrior class. You won the most battles. Let's make you the leader. You know, there's a meritocracy, and we're missing the meritocracy
Mm-hmm.
in society.
Right.
And it's like that's where we went wrong.
Mm.
At least I think so. What do you think? Is that like too far? Like I'm just really starting to see the cracks in democracy that people were saying. I'm not like communist or anything. I'm just saying, like, let's just objectively look at this. Like, how did a reality TV star become a president? That's
Right.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
When you have like Bernie Sanders with a very legitimate plan. Like Tara was like, how do you get UBI? I'm like, he made a totally valid thing, right? Instead of taxing the middle class and the poor, tax the corporations, take that excess money and distribute it through the middle class and the poor to bring up their income.
Mm-hmm.
Logical. Wait, what? But
Right.
like, he's not in power. He's not voted in,
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, oh, but he wasn't the popular vote and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, because there's a lot of dummies, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who wouldn't agree with those policies? Oh, you're a socialist. You're like, and you are against humanity. You are against your fellow man. You
Right.
are like, what? You're rich, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. Because like common people, but also common, not every day, not every person can think about these things. Like
Sure.
global
Yeah.
politics, you're like, I'm just trying to take my kid to school, bro.
Yeah. It's not just
So if
that.
you're
No,
like,
no, no. I think that
you know,
it's an information war, right? When
right, going back to the
when
algorithms, bro.
yeah, when you say socialism, they think they kind of really connect that with like communism. They think they're going to take away your rights. Can't be free.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, free for what? To be poor? Like right
Mm-hmm.
now, healthcare is not free. You
Mm-hmm.
enjoying that, bro? Like what is the most common cause for people in America to be bankrupt? Medical.
Oh, medical bills. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just like, you like that freedom? I'm sorry, what? That just make
Mm-hmm.
no goddamn sense, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Okay, did you know that you have the right to choose which hospital you want to go to in Canada?
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I'm so dumb. My mom's a nurse, right? So like she works at like the best. I asked her like what's the best hospital in Toronto. She's like either the one she works at or TGH, Toronto General Hospital. And I was like, why do people go to like Centenary? Because it has like bad reviews. Or like North York General. She said North York General is not that bad. She did a couple shifts there and she's like, oh, people are nice, right? But I was like, why don't everyone go to Sinai then? And then she was like, because it's far. I'm like, are you kidding me? If I was like sick or I was in something like if I had cancer, let's say, I'm going to the best freaking place with the best bedside manners. Cause like
Mm-hmm.
the hospital that she works at, like they put family values at the top of their list. So they really want to make sure that all the nurses are caring and like they're there for you and like the vibe. Like all these rich people, um, I can't name who the people are that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like because like it's like illegal to do that. But like she's always like the Backstreet Boys went to her hospital. The Toronto Raptors are always. I'm like, why do these like rich celebrities go into your hospital,
Right.
right? And then it's like because it's the best,
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just like, why don't we all go there then? Or it's like the complacency, the lack of knowledge. Like, I don't know, you know? But again, it's free. So it's like, America, what are you guys doing, bro? Like, we have the best hospital. You can go there for free. There's no like hurdle, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, you're in
Right.
this district, so you can't go here,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it's like, wouldn't you want that?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
wouldn't America want that? But they're like, oh, no, socialism is illegal. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like, you're gonna take away my rights. What are you saying, bro? We have free healthcare, and then you can choose to go to the best hospital. What?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I I truly think that we are, if we're not crazy as a species, we are in need of a benevolent leader, bro. Like, not everyone can make these like high level decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Or you know,
No, I agree. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's a
Or
weird.
you're competing with the other side too, right? Like, so what happened to the people in Machu Picchu, right?
Oh, it was the Portuguese. They killed them.
Right,
No,
but
no,
they
Spanish.
or whoever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or it's like, but they weren't prepared for that, right?
Right, because you're too nice, bro. Benevolent leader.
No, no.
Put your hands
What?
on the key.
Maybe we need that one world government where maybe he should have been expanding to teach that to the rest of the world, so that there wouldn't be like
Oh yeah, yeah.
infighting. It just
But
think
right,
of as all humanity. Yeah.
right. True, true, true. But the only way you can lead is with a big stick,
Mm-hmm.
because you need an enlightened enough population. The only reason why we don't break laws is because we're afraid of the government.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I need money, what's stopping me from robbing a bank? Laws. The
Sure.
police will come get me.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. Yeah.
stick is there. You
Yeah.
need a
Yeah.
deterrent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like the Machu Picchu people, they lived in peace, but they didn't have a deterrent. I mean,
Yeah.
like, everyone was a warrior, like they learned wrestling and stuff, but like relative to the Spanish, like they got slaughtered
Well,
because
they didn't.
they
Yeah, they
weren't
didn't.
thinking
Maybe
about it
if
like
they
that, you know?
improved on the technologies around that, right? So maybe the Spanish came
The
with
weaponry and all
guns,
that.
weaponry, yeah, that they didn't have. They
Yeah,
weren't ready
true.
for. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's such a balance. You need a benevolent leader who's also a killer. You need like a warrior poet. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
But
they
that's
need to be
hard.
so good at that's hard, right?
That's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think the world works like that.
Right. And it's just like
Like Bernie Sanders' ideas are all good, but he's not going to be for any of this military stuff.
right. And that's what's and that is what let's talk about nuclear war because this creeped the crap out of me.
Hmm.
It's oh yeah, how much time are we at? Where are we at?
Just about an hour, or 55,
Okay, cool.
56 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this freaked me out so hard. I listened to Diary of a CEO, and he had this episode on World War III,
Hmm.
and I had never heard. Oh well, there's one thing that he said that I was like, that's so genius. He's like, TV has become reality TV to us. Like the
Hmm.
news has become reality TV
Yeah.
in the sense that we're all watching to see how crazy it's gonna get, but nobody's gonna do anything about it.
Hmm.
And that's what they were kind of saying at the round table, that it's like so insane that you see firsthand like the craziness, but nobody's trying to fix it.
Right.
And you're just like, oh dude, that's weird. But it's because we've like associated it as something like back in like World War I, World War II time, it's like you could be drafted. But now we're like, I'm not gonna go to the draft.
Hmm.
Gen Z, come on, bro. You think you're gonna go draft?
Right. No.
You're like, nah, dude. Like, why are we trying to kill each other? That's what
Hmm.
they're gonna say. Just take me, bro. That's what I'm gonna say too. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to kill my fellow man. That's insane.
Hmm.
But so anyways, so like we've associated it as reality TV. But do you know what the nuclear deterrent of war is? Like the reason why we have nuclear bombs? Like mutually assured destruction.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you okay. You tell me what you think it is, and I'm gonna tell you like the CIA dude, he worked as a nuclear person
Hmm.
and he was explaining it, and I was like, oh, that's insane. That like go ahead. Like what do you think?
Well,
Like
to
what
have
do you think
we,
happens? What do you think happens if there's a nuclear like they're like let's call a nuclear
use the
bomb.
nuclear bomb.
Yeah. What do you think's gonna happen? Like how does it work?
Well, I don't know what I mean, but how does the bomb
Like
work?
like how
Or
no like how does the president give the order to like
I don't
shoot
know
the
the
nuke?
exact specifics of how it exactly works.
But what do you think? Like, what do you think? Like, I had a general idea, and I'm like, oh, that's
Like you
totally
mean like the
wrong.
red button kind of thing,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah?
Okay, so what do you think it is? It's like he's just gonna call in and like
I
nuke
th-
him.
yeah, or like the briefcase thing, and then punch in the
Mm-mm.
code and red button it or something.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. So that's what I thought too, something like that. Okay, so this is insane. So Russia and America have a line
Oh yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
goes
They
to
do. Yeah,
okay,
because it was used
and
before.
it was also used recently, and I didn't even know about that.
Oh, I don't know the recent
So
one.
yeah, dude. So um when Russia said that they're gonna shoot ICBMs at Ukraine,
Mm-hmm.
they called 30 minutes advance to America and said, "There's no nukes on here. We're gonna shoot this thing, but there's no nukes."
Mm-hmm.
So America had to trust that there's no nukes and like let that thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So outside of the phone call, the reason why you have to call is because both sides have sensors if a nuke goes off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And automatic.
So automatic sensors.
Yeah.
So as soon as you shoot a nuke, the president has 7 minutes total to decide if he wants to shoot nukes back. But if you didn't call me within those 7 minutes or give me an advance warning,
Well, 7 minutes to
I,
where? 7 minutes to America.
yeah, the time it takes for that nuke to hit all of the major
America.
spots,
Yeah.
White House,
Right.
like the distance, they're like, it's like 7 minutes is all you have.
Right.
So
Yeah, yeah. I think
once
there's
they
different
shoot it,
spots. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But sure. Yeah, yeah.
but like the main one, I think they said like it's like 26 minutes is one location. They were like basically telling you how many minutes it was, but like the shortest one is
Well, it
seven
makes
minutes.
sense to. I mean, is 7 minutes to? I don't know where they're shooting from. Is it to Alaska?
I have no idea. Russia too.
Because
No, no, no,
Alaska.
no. Like White. I think they're talking about White House. No,
But
I
if
think White
it's
House is
26
26 minutes.
minutes,
26 minutes is White House.
yeah, because it's in the kind of in the middle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Seven
I
minutes
forgot about
makes
the
sense
distance, but
to Alaska. Depending on where
sure,
they're
sure,
coming from.
sure.
I don't know where they're coming from, but
Yeah, I don't know either. But they said like basically you have 7 minutes. So
sure.
once the alert goes off, like they shot an ICBM, right? But you
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
you
yeah.
ignore the phone call. There's no phone call. You have 7 minutes, and that's what the briefcase is that the president carries around. So
Mm-hmm.
once he gets that call, basically he's like, okay, yes or no,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, um, when you open that up, it's like a menu. So it's like it gives you a list of all the places you want to hit, and then the codes for what you have to punch in to get those things hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and those codes change like daily or something like that, like
Yeah,
every
yeah,
few
yeah.
hours. Um, so let's say he does give the call, right? And you're like, okay, we're gonna shoot them back,
Mm-hmm.
right? What do you think the next step is? What do you think it would be?
Well,
That
if
like when they punch in the codes, like what do you think happens?
it just shoots the missile.
Like somebody like the two keys, right? You have to like turn the two
Oh,
keys.
sure. Okay.
Something
Yeah.
like that, you know what I mean? Like because the president's not pushing the button, he's like giving the order to the other person pushes the button,
Mm-hmm.
right? So once once the code goes in, it goes to people, and those people have to cross check the codes,
Mm-hmm.
and then if the codes match, then they turn the buttons,
Okay.
okay, and they
Yeah.
shoot the nuke. The
What's the
question is,
delay in that time?
they said it's 2 minutes.
Okay.
Like the best they've ever gotten was like 1 to 2 minutes, I think was
Mm-hmm.
the thing. So within the 7 minutes, you see it. Let's hit all these. Da 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 da. Um, then uh, then we have like 2 minutes to run the procedure, and then like turn the keys.
Right.
So the natural question is, would they turn the keys? Like if I got a nuke, like shoot the nuke, would you turn the keys? Right? Like that's
Sure.
a
Yeah. Okay.
morality decision,
Okay. Yeah.
right? You would think that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, oh well, what if they just didn't choose to shoot the thing? Like, no, I won't do it. Okay. So Andrew Bustamani's job was to be in those military silos shooting the nukes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the fail safe for this is 3 times a day they run the drill and they don't know which drill is live or not.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane, bro. So they can't even tell because like somebody's like, oh, because one of the people was like, well, what if they just don't want to turn the nuke, turn the thing, you know? And he's like, there's no not turning the thing because that's your job. three
Yeah.
times a day, you turn the thing.
Right.
And you don't know if one of them was live or not.
Hmm.
Dude, that's insane, bro. So we are, if you shoot us, we're gonna shoot you, and then that's gonna destroy the whole world.
Yeah.
Like the radius, like there's so many. There used to be 40, no, 300,000 nukes or something like that. We got it
Hmm.
down to like 40,000, 40 nukes. I can't
Yeah. Yeah.
remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they got it down because like the one president watched a movie about it and he's like, oh my God, we could destroy the whole world. So they started to like decommission all the nukes, and then they all settled on, I think it was 40 in the world. So each country has like five or something like that, or
Well,
eight.
yeah. No, is
Because
is decommissioning? Yeah. To That's why it's like will help you. Like Ukraine doesn't have nukes. Reason is
yeah,
America said we'll help you if there's an issue.
nuclear deterrent, right? So it's
Yeah.
like we need what do you call it? Like mutually assured destruction. Okay.
Yeah. They want to
So
stop that. Yeah.
that's crazy, bro. So each country has enough to wipe out the other country. Okay. That's what they settled on. They're like, we'll decommission everything to the point that we have enough to wipe out an entire country. So each one of these like nuclear holding, like Russia has enough to destroy America. America has enough to destroy Russia. And I don't know how many China has, something like that. Probably the same amount. Okay. So, but you know what's even crazier than that? So let's say, because we're talking about mutually assured destruction, what happens if you miss the 7 minutes?
Hmm.
Okay. So let's say the president's like, I don't believe it. I'm not going to shoot these nukes. Right. So there's this thing called a dead hand switch. So if, let's say, the president's like, no, I'm not going to shoot the nukes, all of America gets wiped out, then something triggers and all of the planes will fly over and drop nukes.
Hmm.
It's an in case of emergency. So
That,
like,
that the president can't act for some
exactly.
reason. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like sensors in the ground that
Sure.
show that he can't act, and then it just automatically destroys them. Because they're like,
Or is
well,
incapable of acting or some other reasoning. Yeah. 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 These
yeah,
are, um, but I think those are specific reasons, right? Why if the president can't act on certain things. So even
right,
if
right.
he says no, you're saying
And
that there's a
then
different.
America gets wiped out. If America gets wiped out, we drop all our nukes.
Right. Okay.
Bro, and that is what they mean about mutually assured destruction. They're like,
Mm.
the second one country decides to shoot nukes at another country, the whole world is done. And I didn't know this. I was like, what do you mean the
Oh
whole
yeah.
world's done?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're gonna shoot back. No, no, but I didn't know about the dead hand switch. Like, okay, one country gets wiped out. Cute. We have a dead hand switch. So even if you wipe us all out, we're still gonna wipe you out. Bro, you guys are insane.
No, it's not.
And
Like,
this is
what
the
do you mean
world we're
one
living
country?
in.
It's only America. If America gets wiped
Oh,
out,
America,
right?
yeah, America, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not
Because
one country.
we don't know what Russia and China has. This is just the CIA dude who's
Sure.
explaining it.
Yeah.
But like, bro, it's that serious.
Hmm.
What are we doing, bro? Like, that's the world we live in, and we're all just thinking about like, oh, I just want to buy blah blah blah. You know, I want to do this. It's like, I'm going climbing, I'm going jujitsu, but it's like, no, you don't. We could die at any moment.
Hmm.
Like, if somebody just shoots the nuke, the whole world is done. And what they're saying is like, even if the problem is this is actually the one of the guests was like an author. So even if you destroy the whole country, and you're like, oh, America's done. That's not the worst part. The worst part is the nuclear fallout will
Yeah.
create so much dust, it'll cover the whole sky, and we'll go into a nuclear winter. The whole earth will just go
Hmm.
into
Hmm.
winter and no crops can be made. Not to mention the radiation that's going to spread throughout the earth. And one thing that the nuclear dude said, he's like, this is very dark and like worst case scenario. But he said that they were all trained that when they were doing this,
Hmm.
the switch thing, I hear that thunder, dude, it's raining. Um,
Yeah. It just passed from here.
oh, it's like starting. I can hear that we're talking about the end of the world. Dude, it's crazy.
Right.
So one thing that he said was that if the nuke, because they're like, well, would you try and survive a nuclear holocaust? And he said that if nukes did drop and we were in the bottom, we all know we have to shoot ourselves in the head. And I was like, what? And he's like, trying to survive that is way worse than dying instantaneously. because you will literally like your organs
Hmm.
will be like fried from the inside out, and that's the worst kind of death.
Hmm.
You'd rather just shoot yourself in the head. And I
Right.
was like, this is what we're facing at any second, and this is why so many people are stressed. This is why like presidents are stressed. That's why, because it's like, dude, we need to make sure everything's hunky dory because like we don't want that dead hand switch, bro. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
dude, how you feel about that? That's crazy, right?
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
No,
That's
it
the whole
makes
point of the
sense.
deterrent. Yeah.
It makes sense, but it's like that's insane. Like if I can't have it, you can't have it, bro.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's
Of
insane
course.
though. What?
Yeah.
Like what? Like we would much rather see the entire world burn than let another country take it all over. You're insane.
Hmm. Yeah.
And we're literally living with this threat at all times.
Hmm.
Well, all right, as a positive note though, one thing they said is they all know this, so there's a high chance that this is not going to happen.
Hmm.
The most likely thing, like the only potential is like a dirty bomb, which is like why they're afraid of why they had to hit Iran. What was the one that got exploded right now?
Yeah. Iran. Yeah.
So if you don't have the full capabilities of nuke, what you can do is still make a little bit, and then like you go into like a major city, and like it's like a 10-mile blast radius or something like that, or less than. No, I think the nuke is 10 miles. But you just go into the city and then you blow it up with that like dirty bomb, and then it can't be used for like thousands of years.
Hmm.
Even that's insane. You can't use it for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Okay, to tie everything back in, with what little time we have left. You remember that thing that the Indian dude said about like the history of like, did we just go through
Nuclear bomb
like the
or
nuclear
yeah.
bomb Vedas thing?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this could literally be it. Like if one of us did this and then we had to restart civilization because of this, we'd have to wait like hundreds of thousands of years
Hmm. Yeah.
for it, like the radiation to like, for the earth to
Dissipate.
heal itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Right.
Like, is that why you have these megalithic structures and like you talk about advanced ancient civilizations?
Could be.
Because
Yeah.
like maybe this did happen. Like maybe we did have the nuclear tech before.
Hmm.
And then it makes you wonder, like, are the UAPs really just like
Our
ultra
own
terrestrials? Yeah, like us from the past, like not us from the
our
past,
own
but like
technology from the past.
yeah, like did this happen from the past and they're hiding now in like because nuclear can't penetrate water. So like is that why they're in the water?
Hmm.
It can't penetrate deep underground. Is that why they have like people talk about like underground bases for UFOs?
Right.
Is that why? You know what I mean? Like they talk about archaeological digs where they found the UAPs. Like maybe they're not from space, but maybe they are literally just like Atlantean tech. And they're
Hmm.
coming up to the surface to be like, what are these monkeys doing, bro? With this like new, because like when I heard that mutually assured destruction thing, I'm like, how do we know we didn't run that in the past?
Hmm. Right. Yeah.
You know, and it makes it valid because a lot of people they're saying that if you go to someplace in Afghanistan, I think it is, there's like a place where you can still detect radiation. So that's why they think that there was a nuclear like holocaust in the past.
Hmm.
Like the historians, I don't know if it's real or not, but like a lot of them have been saying that.
Right.
What do you think?
It depends on what radiation. There's already radiation that comes from the Earth.
No, fair. I'm just saying it's like hearing how the mutually assured destruction thing works. It's like we could have just done that in the past,
Hmm.
or like to some lesser degree.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
like, and then a lot of people are like, well, where would you be safe? The moon. And like they're like, we would just build a base on the moon so that humanity can stay safe. And then a lot of people are like, there's UFO bases on the moon. And you're like, wait, are we just replaying history?
It could be. Yeah. If we're
You know what
from
I mean? Like,
yeah, if we're from the same genetic thing, right? We're always gonna end up doing the same thing.
right?
Yeah.
And we already thought of this. They're like, oh, we should just build bases on the moon to avoid this nuclear holocaust. It's like, oh, that's what we did in the past.
Right. I mean, maybe it's like it makes sense. These are like realistic ideas, right? That would like, how do you get away from it if you can't live on Earth? Well, that means we have to live outside of Earth, right?
Yeah, right? No, no, really though, right?
Yeah.
And like Elon Musk being like, we gotta go to Mars is like, yeah, because he's like, dude, mutually assured destruction's crazy. What are you guys
Mm-hmm.
doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes sense now. It's not even like there's so many ways we could die. There's like, oh, asteroid impact, solar flare,
Yeah.
mutually assured destruction. Like that is insane. I didn't even know it was that bad.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole point of
Yeah.
the deterrent. Yeah.
But that is why the deterrent works.
Exactly.
And they said that that's what they did. Russia used that deterrent to go into Ukraine because we knew that they had the nuke. So it's like, how far are you going to
Mm-hmm.
press?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they let it happen. That's why they have to let certain things happen because it's like if they just decide, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no,
then
yeah, no nukes were used, so there's no reason to. But you can fund or
yeah,
provide them with weapons
yeah,
because that was also an agreement that you did with Ukraine or America did with Ukraine, right? If you give up your
yeah.
nukes, we will help you. Well, we're not
Dude, this
fighting
is
for you, but we're
insane.
helping.
Okay, okay. Given all that, everything that we just talked about, like nuclear destruction, whatever, whatever, right? When were the nukes invented? I mean, what
Uh,
was Oppenheimer?
yeah, like the 40s, 45,
No.
whatever. Yeah,
Okay,
that time.
it hasn't been 100 years,
Mm-hmm.
and we've created a way to destroy ourselves.
Yeah.
We are crazy as a species.
Mm-hmm.
Like you did all that in less than 100 years.
Yeah. The point of all that was to deter war, right? They created the biggest weapon so that they can deter war.
But good luck convincing people who are seeing AI, future tech.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is AI or real, but like they're showing like robots in China playing with children. I was like, dude, that's crazy. But like we are faced literally with either a utopic future or destruction of the earth. Like you have mutually assured destruction. Like that is insane to me. I'm like, oh, you're running off some weird programming, bro. Or you have like a utopic society where it's like we're all one people, bro. We
Mm-hmm.
literally are all one people.
Yeah.
We're traveling, we're trading,
Yeah.
we're sharing information over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like we have this utopic society of like digital immersion and like free energy if they release that. You know what I mean? Like there's so much there, but then you have mutually assured destruction with your nukes. I really feel like we're coming to a crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you can't have like Trump running this with like nukes
Mm-hmm.
forever. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they're gonna be like, okay, we need to decommission all nukes. That's what the people want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they shoot the thing before we hit the utopia.
Right. But I understand that. But like, are you gonna trust the agreements that you make if, let's say, Russia or China or other countries that have nukes agree to that decommissioning of nukes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. That's always the
Yeah, that's
issue.
true.
You may both agree, but I don't know if you both are gonna actually decommission all of them. Right.
No, totally, 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 totally. And this is where I think, our last thing, because I know we're like going pretty long. I think that this is where the genius of China lies
Mm-hmm.
in their long game strategy. See, I'm bigging you up, China. Like, don't hate me. So, I think that that's where their genius lies because you remember the thing with Hong Kong?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we'll give it to you for like 80 years and then we'll take it back.
Mm-hmm.
What's 80 years to 5,000 years of ruling? They
Sure.
really didn't care. Like they're really thinking about the long game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about that, like the art of war, Sun Tzu's art of war is a Chinese thing, right? So it's like you guys are so good at your strategy and you're not worried about time because
Mm-hmm.
we ultimately gave back like Hong Kong was under British rule and then it went back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, you can have it for a little bit, but we'll take it back later. And during that time of transition, like there's nothing you do. It's legal.
Yeah.
So they had to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if this is the genius of China. They're like, okay, we're facing mutually assured destruction, but one way around that is economics.
Yeah.
Because sure, you could have all the nukes, America, but if your society crumbles economically, you could have all the nukes you want, but your people are starving and dying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll prosper through money because we're not worried about the biggest stick. We're worried about who needs us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if I need you, I'm not going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think Asia's taken over right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that so deeply. It's great to be Canadian because, like, you know, Mark Carney's working with China, or he's like making deals, you know, because he's looking for new trading partners because America's like
Sure.
cray cray
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But trying to read the tea leaves with everything that's going on, like I really feel like Asia's gonna take over and they're in the midst of it and you could see it. It's not gonna be like in your face. It's not gonna be like we're all wearing like, you know, Chinese patches. Well, we actually do because made in China. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah. We do.
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Technically. But it's gonna be something like what we're seeing now. It's like just a bunch of Chinese food spots, anime.
Yeah.
50% of people on Netflix watch anime. That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. That's Asian, bro. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like Asian culture is one that like even the black community loves anime. You
Mm-hmm.
just won them over, bro. You know what I mean? And it's like they've band together through their like oppression, you know, like white oppression. So that makes sense too. You know what I mean? They're banding together, but like I don't think China's gonna wanna. I don't think because what I've heard, they're gonna leave you alone. It's like Alexander the Great, right? He went in, conquered, and he's like, do whatever you guys want to do. You're just under me, but do whatever you want to do. And that's what made Alexander the Great such a great leader. And
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's the strategy. What do you think? You could see that too?
Yeah. I mean, it's the beneficial one. The war is never beneficial. Economy.
Right, yeah.
That's the only way to go. Yeah.
And instead of investing all you have in military power, America, um, you really need to be making trade deals.
Mm-hmm.
But they just cut themselves off. Tariffs everywhere. Tariffs. Nobody. If you want to work with us, you gotta. When they said like, "Hey, you want to work with us? You gotta pay us extra." Everyone's like, "Cool story. We're all gonna trade with each other and not go to you guys."
Mm-hmm.
And that's the fastest way to plummet an economy.
Right.
Okay, that's my prediction. What do you think? We'll end off with predictions. I think Asia's gonna take over. If we're already in the midst of it, I think
Right.
you're seeing it, bro. Bubble tea. Come on, anime. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Or you really think America's still gonna stay as like the top superpower?
Uh, like in the next 10 years.
For
What's your
10
time?
years. Oh, 10 years, for sure. For sure in the 10 years. We're already seeing a transition. In 10 years, it's not going to be overt though. We're still going to be Canada.
No, no, no,
I'm
no, no,
not
no.
saying stuff's
No,
going to
no, no,
change,
no, no.
bro.
It's not like
You
that.
know
No,
what I
no.
mean?
I understand what you're saying. You're talking about like when they
Like
look
just
at
economic trade.
when they
Like,
look at the GDP, right? Number
that's what I
one
mean.
right
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
America, then China, and
Yes.
so forth, right? So,
Yes, yes, yes.
right, yeah. The
That's what I
next,
mean.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Next 10 years, do you see America dropping down? So you're saying it'll be China? For the sake of it, I'm gonna say no.
What do you think's going to happen? Like, what's your logical?
I think that
Like, I understand.
America
I
is gonna
understand like the
correct the
counterpoint.
issues that they've made now with this person that's in power
How?
when they put a different leader in.
So you think okay. So well, let's just talk about it logically though.
Mm.
Like, cause I just want the counter argument. Like, maybe I'm wrong, you know. But like, I know you want to take the opposite stance, so it's like, okay, but is that you're just saying that, or is it like you actually see something there? Like, okay, you switch the leader, but that's he's still got 3 years, bro. We're in year one,
Yeah. No, yeah,
so
they
it's
have to
like, what are
do
you gonna
with a
do?
lot of problems that whatever he has created, right? So that's why we have to see. I think that that's the only way that they can solve it
No, no,
by
no,
having
no.
another person in there.
Right, no, no, right. You're saying I see how I'm not saying I'm not giving direction to China. I'm just calling China's strategy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like instead of you being like they need to do this, just look at what's happening and be like, I think it's going in this direction.
Yeah.
You really think like with what you're seeing, ICE, mega separation,
Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
Epstein
Yeah.
files, we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
Um, the tariffs,
Mm-hmm.
Canada leaving America.
Mm-hmm.
Like you think within 4 years he's not going to make any more detrimental things, and then we're going to switch leaders, and then we're going to right these wrongs. That's assuming we just pause right here. But how many more mistakes is he going to make
Sure.
before the 4 years over?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't think like it's been 6 months, bro, and look what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bro, what? 6 months.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna last the four like by the time to
Sure.
correct things.
Yeah.
But you think it will?
Uh, I mean, maybe I'm just picking it because it's the other side, right? Uh,
That's what I was trying to say to you. I'm like, no, no,
yeah.
I understand because I know you, we're friends. I know why you're doing that, but I'm like, just objectively speaking, it's just like logically it doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see. I'm not trying to call like I'm not telling
Yeah.
China what to do. I'm just saying like this is what they're doing, bro,
Right.
and it just making the most sense to me. So like,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see any other way for if we paused right now and we switch leaders, sure, we can do that. If
Yeah.
the Epstein files came out and it's like, oh, Trump's in there, impeach him. Cool. We switch leaders, we'll correct course. All right. I agree with you.
Mm.
But if you have 4 more years of this, I'm like, dude, it's been 6 months. What else are you gonna do?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like by that time, even right now, bro, if like let's say they switch partners right now, how are you gonna get back on Canada's side? Canada's already making deals with other countries.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, hey, stop those deals, bro. That guy was crazy. Come back to us. But it's like, no, we already started the deal. I signed the agreement. What? I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll like cancel my contract. You can't do that. You know what I mean? So it's like you're also dealing with that, bro. Like, how do you reverse things quick enough?
Sure. Yeah. Uh, I agree. Yeah.
You agree that we are watching the decline of American society?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. And and do you agree that you can't see any way of turning it back with Trump in office?
Oh yeah. It has to be someone else in office. I agree.
Right. And do you think he'll be impeached? The only thing would have been the Epstein files, I guess, maybe. But like now he doesn't want to release them, so now you're just like, I don't think he's gonna be impeached, bro.
I mean, I don't know if he'll be impeached.
Exactly. So now we're up against 3.5 more months, 3.5 more years.
Yeah.
You know what's actually really crazy? The warning thing about travel, like don't travel to the U.S. Like, dude, what? Like that's crazy.
I didn't see that though.
Not in Canada. I think it was like, or maybe it was in Canada. There's like some European countries that put it up.
Oh, okay.
I
Maybe
was seeing that.
I
Yeah, yeah,
can
yeah.
see that. Yeah.
They're like, don't travel there right now. I was like, what?
Well, it even says
Not
to.
Canadian.
I looked at even from Canada. It's don't travel to UK.
Oh, okay. So you guys can't trust those right now. Yeah.
No, it's not. Don't trust it. Those this from Canadian website, government website.
No, but like, are you guys are all overhyping it? That's what I mean. It's like, don't go to the UK. Dude, where am I supposed to go, bro? You know what I mean? Like,
Sure. Well, it's not saying don't go. Just take moderate risk. It's moderate, or
oh, okay.
that's all it is.
Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see the future. I really,
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm,
No, I mean
I'm
they
feeling it, bro.
I get it. Yeah, no, they felt that with Japan before.
Japan?
taking over as an economy.
Oh, what? I don't know the story.
Yeah, that was why did Toyota became so big. Honda became so huge. Like, they were afraid that American cars are gonna disappear. And like TVs, all these, or the shows, or all these, like Sony, Panasonic, all these things were Japanese, right?
True. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Dude, economics is the way you move forward, bro.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, remember they're like, yeah, you can't build any weapons to Japan after World War II. And they're like, cool story, bro. We're going to make amazing stuff that you're going to love.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh, I do love it. Like, anime is 50% of Netflix right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Japan had a glow up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
But still couldn't beat America's economy. But
No, of course. But, like,
yeah.
I think that, because, like, it was still strong, but I think that if we just look at things economically, like, saying, like, you have to pay me more to be a trading partner is crazy. Taking in more debt is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, there's history lessons.
Starve, like, what are you doing?
There was somebody, I think, before that tried to do with tariffs, and it didn't work out well for that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, and this is 6 months in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, cool. In the future, we'll be able to reference back this podcast and be like, this changed or this didn't change. I don't know. I keep saying it every pod. I even tell Tara, like, I'm like, every week I keep telling Bears, like, I feel like something's changing. Because, like, I feel like there were, like, in a weird moment in society where it's just like, not even with tech, just like everything that's going on. It's like, we're in a balance shift right now.
Yeah.
And the people without algorithms towards this are just like, why is this so much money? You're just like, guys, just pay attention. It's like, we're a power struggle.
Yeah.
You know what's, last thing, you know what's weird when they're like, well, I can't do anything about it, so I don't care. I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy to me too. Just like the complete sense of apathy. Or maybe that's what they're doing. They're killing your soul.
Maybe.
You know, they're making it so bad that it's like, you just don't even want to look at the problem.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. Till next week. That's how you make future decisions, though. It's like, for example, if you're like, should I invest in milk?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, right? Like, if you don't look in the future, how can you invest, bro?
Right.
Crypto, great example. The NFTs, we were like, this is making no goddamn sense, bro. So the people that had all their money in NFTs, and then now it's like, it's worth nothing.
Yeah.
You could have avoided that if you just had some foresight, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's why it's important to have foresight, because it's like, your decision now can affect your decision tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, enough of that. Till next week. Take it easy there.
Later.
All right, bye. All right, hope you enjoyed that episode. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all those fun things, and check out our sponsors, Zenro Clothing Co., Portian Bakery, and Podbean. Take it easy, fish.
Peace.